Dan is talking here about producing some content, create a YouTube short vids and syndicate. At the end, we have 20 links. What's the best way to push link juice to these links? I'm not sure what, maybe he meant we index with Omega. Any other suggestions for link building?
Yeah, index is one thing, but pushing power. Yeah, Dan, that's a good question. I mean, potentially, I guess you could still use kind of bulk spam links for stuff like that because you're talking about syndicating across like those Web 2.0. I don't like to use bulk spam for anything anymore, but when you're talking about trying to power up a large batch of URLs, and in your case, 20, obviously you can get expensive buying like, good links, PBN post links, or, whatever. That can be expensive. So something like that, what I would do is probably put them into a sheet, like a Google sheet, and then build links to that, right? Or better yet, like put them into a Google sheet. And so here's what I teach in the mastermind. So I got to be careful about how much I give away here, but what I teach, and that's also, I've taught this in the Syndication Academy as well. So the ID page, if you take the G sheet from your Drive stack, your Google stack, if you have a Google stack, and if not, you could just do this with just a sheet. You go in and you publish the sheet. It's got to be public. So you have to create the sheet in a public folder. You have some legacy accounts out there, you can probably do that. And there's some apps out there that you can find that will actually make folders public now. So you can just hunt one down. Anyway, create the Google sheet in a public folder. If you already have a Google stack, a Drive stack, then you're fine because you have a G sheet as part of your stack, right? And then you take all of those URLs and you put them into that sheet. What I like to do is then, I can never say the word, it starts with a C, but you hyperlink all those URLs to keywords too. So you create a formula and then you just drag and drop that formula, the keywords in one column, URLs in the other, and it creates anchor text links in that third column. And I do that. I teach that. I got an SOP for it in the mastermind, but I teach how to do that. And then you put all those links in the the G sheet, which is embedded. It's an embedded sheet into the ID page. And then you build powerful links, high quality, topically relevant links to the ID page, which is a significant component of your brand anyways, or it should be, if that makes sense. So therefore, you don't need to use bulk spam because you're trying to power up 20 links all at once. You are powering up all kinds of links, but they're in the G sheet, which is embedded in the ID page, which is the unique resource identifier that validates the local entity. That's what the ID page is for. You know what I mean? So you could push a lot of power to the ID page. And because of the embedded G sheet and the other, we use it as an iframe stack, we're actually pushing a lot of relevance through all of those iframes and the G sheet and all those links out to all those branded assets. Again, going back to like, we're using one kind of singular point to push a lot of power that then distributes out across all the iframes and all the links and everything else that are in the ID page, which is only going out to branded assets. If you understand that, then you can use high quality links and power up all of those assets, Dan. Hopefully that makes sense.